Thank you very much, Torsten. It's everything that you said is music in my ears when it comes to digitalization and fast-moving cargo at the first line. That's all what we dream about over here in Liège, actually. But actually, what you really said, what you pointed out, and again, Bert Salis is now also in the house, I understand. So again, I completely agree with the fact that what has been built over here is a very nice ecosystem, but now we have to go to the next level. And we need to set the bar higher than before, and that is no how do you say, like common to what has been built right now. Actually, a lot of respect, and Bert also knows that. I've said it many times, Tim, actually already. But this is now the next level. We need to improve our efficiency, our operation, but also our data quality. If we look at the customs, and that's also a nice little bridge to our next speaker, Yves Melin. To talk more about our challenges, because we spoke a lot about our opportunities that we have over here, and there are many. We also have many challenges, and the gentlemen from the customs know very much those challenges, and we think that also with our technology, together with the advice that we get from people who actually know stuff and more about the customs, that we can find a solution. So please, Yves, welcome, and tell us through what are the ideas for customs.
Thanks a lot, BJ. I'll be very short. I don't want to be the only obstacle between you and the buffet. So I'm a customs lawyer. I'm from Liège, and I'm not going to talk about me right now. I'm going to talk about Customs Pliance, which is an organization that I've created with others, but that's not mine. It's a spin-off from the University of Liège, which is all about understanding the risk and not making mistakes. And I will very briefly, and that small print there, and I actually don't have a cheat sheet, so I'll need to read a bit. Just would like to draw the attention of those who have not been long in the business enough that bringing goods across the border is very risky. It has a duty risk, a custom duty, excise sometimes, VAT, anti-dumping duties, which very quickly can mount to very large sums of money. Bringing goods into the customs territory of the EU is also risky from regulatory compliance perspective. When you import a toothbrush, it has to have the CE marking, it has to have a notice in the right language, it should not explode in the mouth of children, this type of things. Then there's a growing number of supply chain due diligence requirements. Now it only concerns some metals and minerals, but the Commission is working on many more rules which are going to affect batteries and deforestation products, human rights products from the east of China. So this is coming very soon. Those issues are already extremely complex to grasp. Just to know how much custom duty you should pay requires a lot of training, a lot of experience that is not easy to get by. Then those existing issues become bigger and became bigger because of Brexit. What used to be movements in the EU, now we have a huge territory right there that is out of the EU, so everything coming from the UK is now an import, and so the small issues that we had with China become huge issues with the UK. E-commerce, cross-border e-commerce is fairly new. I mean, in Liège we do a lot of it, but actually having a parcels leave China in order to be sold to a consumer is something that is less than 10-year-old. And the size it has today is very new, and e-commerce raises a number of very specific issues. You don't have a company going to a fair in China buying 1 million pairs of shoes. You have a company in China sending 1,000 shoes to be warehoused in Amazon or Alibaba and sold one by one on the internet. So how do you check this? It's not an avalanche, because an avalanche starts and it stops. It's a torrent. It starts and it never ends. It's just continuous. How do you know what is in each box? So this is creating huge challenges for operators, for customs to check, and so that's a risk. Then enforcement is becoming better, because once upon a time you would find a customs form. Now you submit your declaration through a customs system, and the system now is interconnected in all the member states, and the Commission European Commission has easy access to the data. So enforcement is becoming much quicker, much more efficient. Enough of the bad news. So to turn the teenager into an adult, we need education and training, right? I'll mention this in a bit now, the education. Not long ago, 4 or 5 years ago, there was nothing. So you wanted to learn customs, you could get a few hours in a higher education institution here in Liège, but there wasn't really much. And so a few years ago, me and a few others, we helped the University of Liège, HEC, and also Antwerp create courses. And after now 4 years, 5 years, we have 30 days of courses in Liège, 30 days of courses in Antwerp, in Dutch, English, and increasingly Dutch, French, and increasingly in English, where you can learn anything about customs. So you have now in May we have 3 days just on classification, 3 days just on origin, and 3 days on valuation. So with those 9 days, you'll be pretty good, but you will not be good enough, because what you learn at school, you need actually to experience it. You need to make mistakes in order for those notions to stick. And so that's what I'm talking about now today. With this knowledge that it's very difficult to understand customs law because it's so vast that the next issue is always going to be a first issue for you. That there's value in talking to your colleagues in the community and to talk about very specific things, about the customs issues of the day. So now in e-commerce, it's valuation. Next year, it's probably going to be regulatory compliance. There's always the next issue coming up. And the best way to know what is the issue is to talk with each other, to talk with customs in Liège, in Brussels, to talk with the European Commission. And so with this knowledge that we had, that it's important to create a space to talk, we created a non-profit association with the university. It's called Customs Pliance. It has a website since this afternoon, so that you can actually go there and know how to get more information from the association. Created in June last year, really started the activities in September. And since then, we've been present in every single meeting of the Trade Contact Group, which is the place where the Commission consults with the industry. We have had a number of meetings identifying the issues that everyone is meeting. We all face all the same issues, and what are our ideas of solving them, how to solve them here in Liège, how to solve them in Brussels with the Belgian Customs and the European Commission. It's mainly now, it started around the airport, but actually it's growing very fast, and increasingly the members have all sorts of exotic questions. You would not be surprised, for instance, about the sanctions against Ukraine, against Russia and Belarus, for instance, or all sorts of other issues on customs. So just know that this group exists. It meets around once a month to do one thing, essentially, to read very boring texts that are coming either from the Commission or from the Belgian Customs, to understand what is the next change coming, what is not coming, so that we can ask for that change to happen. The last thing I'll say is it is the only place in Belgium where you can talk about these type of issues in another language than Dutch. And that is a major obstacle in practice to most operators. The operators in French-speaking Belgium don't speak Dutch very well. They speak decent English and decent French. And so, speaking for myself there. And so it's the only place where you will have access to those documents, and you can actually spend time discussing them, commenting them, and have your comments read by the European Commission in French and in English. That's all I wanted to say. Just check out the website. There's nothing much there apart from email address and essentially what I told you now. Last thing, BJ. Christian has something for you.
That's very nice. Well, in that sense, well, thank you very much, Yves. Thank you very much. Christophe, yeah. Well, that's very nice.
Small present for you, and the rest there is for your team.
That's very kind. That's very nice, Christophe. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that. Actually, I just realized, I just said to my colleague that we literally forgot to give a nice bottle of wine to the gentleman that just spoke for us over here on the event. So we'll make it up for like a few glasses of champagne. Well, Yves, thanks a lot for your... I'm going to put this down because they made an effort for the present. It's heavy. Well, thanks a lot, Yves. And I think you really made it clear that we have a challenge ahead. And I think that what Torsten used as from the teenager, we have to become an adult. And I think this is something that we have to do together with the community. And there's quite some work to do, but also a lot of opportunity, and really looking forward. Now I'm going to stop talking because, like Torsten also said, or like Yves said, there's some dinner. I think there's some bites available for you to share. Before that, I would like to have a toast. I would like to invite Torsten, Yves, and Christophe on the stage, and also Stefan, if Stefan is still here, just to thank you on the bench. So we have a toast. Yeah. Just to thank you all, but also have a toast with the community over here, that what we've built over here in Liège, I think it's really amazing. Thank you everyone also for coming, and also I'm looking forward to the next stage that we're going to have here in Liège and to build it together. So thank you very much, and chin chin. Thank you, Christophe. Thank you. For the details, I think now we're going to serve some. I'm looking to someone that can tell me. I think we're going to have some serving the bites and some glasses. So feel free and have fun. Cheers.